What you are witnessing there now is a signing of documents. Mr. Elias Pedi Mahosi has been sworn in to become the 7th SADC Executive Secretary, and indeed the first national of the Republic of Botswana to lead the SADC Secretariat in the coming years.
It'll be taken away. Yes. Can you stand up?
Thank you, Lordship. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. God bless.
Thank you so much, Your Lordship. The Honorable, may I invite the new Executive Secretary to come forward for a photo. Allow me, Your Excellencies, to invite the first photo, which is going to be taken with the President of the Republic of Botswana. That will be the first photo which is going to be taken. May I ask those who have got overpass to come forward? Only those that have got an overpass. There were 3 journalists who were given overpass so that they can come. There were only 3 journalists who were given overpass. Please. While His Excellency President of Botswana is still there and the new Executive Secretary, may I also invite the Chairperson of SADC to join in the photo. This is one of the most historic and memorable photos that the new Executive Secretary will have to keep in his office as he takes over the reins at the SADC Secretariat. Thank you, Your Excellencies. We are now taking a photo of the new Executive Secretary with the President of the Republic of Botswana, who is outgoing Chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Corporation, and the Chairperson of SADC. Thank you very much. We are going to also, while you are still there, Your Excellencies, invite Her Excellency Dr. Stekomena Lawrence Tax, the Executive Secretary of SADC, to join in the photo, and the Chief Justice, His Lordship, the Honorable Andrew K.C. Nyirenda SC, to join in the photo. This is a memorable occasion which should not be forgotten in the history of SADC as we start a new era at the SADC Secretariat with a new Executive Secretary. Your Excellencies, thank you very much. We are going to have a last photo which is going to be for the 2 Executive Secretaries. May I request Your Excellencies to take your positions and the Chief Justice to This is the photo with the Chief Justice, the 2 Executive Secretaries with the Chief Justice. And the last one will just be a photo of the 2 Executive Secretaries. May Your Lordship, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Your Lordship. Your Excellency, the Chairperson of SADC, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that indeed marks the end of the swearing-in ceremony of the new Executive Secretary. His Excellency Elias Mpedi Mahosi, a national of the Republic of Botswana, has today become the 7th SADC Executive Secretary. At this juncture, Your Excellencies, I have the honor to invite the Chairperson of SADC, His Excellency President Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi, to deliver the closing statement of the 41st SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government. Your Excellency, sir.
Your Excellency, Your Excellency, even though I want to address you in absentia because you are ably represented by the Foreign Minister, Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, SADC Chair of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, representatives of Heads of State and Government, Honorable Ministers present here, Your Excellency, the outgoing SADC Executive Secretary, Dr. Stegmena Lawrence Tax, Your Excellency, the incoming just sworn-in Secretary of SADC, Elias Mahosi, Chair of the Council of Ministers, Honorable Azania Mkaka, MP, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, and all protocols observed. As we close, I dare say that this summit has been constructive and progressive towards our shared goals of regional integration and economic cooperation. This summit's landmark resolutions are just the impetus that we need in our quest to drive the SADC regional integration agenda and address the numerous challenges that we face. I must therefore express my sincere gratitude to Your Excellencies for sparing time to attend the 41st SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government here in Lilongwe, Malawi, despite your busy schedules and difficult circumstances surrounding COVID-19 pandemic. The theme of this year's summit, quote, bolstering productive capacities in the face of COVID-19 pandemic for sustained, inclusive economic and industrial transformation, end of quote, is a call on all of us to respond pragmatically and proactively to the ravaging impacts of COVID-19 on the socio-economic situation in our region. Now is the time. It is a time for us as a region to rebuild and recapacitate our productive resources. Now is the time for us to fully unleash our people's entrepreneurial capacities. Now is the time for us to set up productive linkages for achieving structural and industrial transformation. Now is the time for us to turn the SADC we want into the SADC we enjoy. And clearly, the kind of socioeconomic transformation we envision cannot be achieved without industrialization. Diversification from raw and unprocessed materials to value-added and manufactured products is a must. And the SADC industrialization strategy and roadmap is key to making this a reality. Another key is digitalization, the need for which was ably articulated 6 days ago in the SADC public lecture presented by His Honor Dr. Silas Klaus Chilima, Vice President of the Republic of Malawi, under the theme, quote, promoting digitalization for revival of the SADC industrialization agenda in the COVID-19 era, end of quote. His timely call for the need to reinvigorate digitalization in the region for e-commerce and telemedicine must be answered to accelerate our progress toward growth. We must therefore ensure the full implementation of such instruments as the SADC Protocol on Transport, Communications, and Metrology, and the 2001 SADC Declaration on Information, Communications, and Technology, ICT. There is no better place in the world to get these things done than SADC, because ours is a region that is peaceful, secure, and stable, and thanks to our solidarity and vigilance. Instability and insecurity are not only rare here, but are dealt with decisively through the SADC organ on politics, defense, and security cooperation. And in that context, the decision made by this summit to have the United Republic of Tanzania host Regional Counterterrorism Center under the SADC Regional Counterterrorism Strategy and Action Plan is a step in the right direction. That center will be yet another demonstration of our resolve to give no room to terrorism and radicalism and to keep our community peaceful. I must therefore commend His Excellency, Madam Cyril Ramaphosa, President of the Republic of South Africa and Chairperson of the SADC organ, His Excellency Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, President of the Republic of Botswana and outgoing Chairperson of the SADC organ, and His Excellency Comrade Emmerson Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, for their vigilance in ensuring sustained peace and security in the region. Before I conclude, Let me say a word about our Secretariat. The progress we have made thus far on regional integration and the work that lies ahead for us to see it done requires an efficient Secretariat. For this reason, I wish to register our profound gratitude to the outgoing SADC Executive Secretary, Her Excellency Dr. Stergomena Lawrence Tax, for the excellent way she steered the institution. And she is such a magnanimous lady because there was a video that needed to be shown even before I spoke. And she humbly said, "It's too long, it's going to take too long." But I think we need to appreciate her services so dearly rendered to this organization because you have achieved great milestones during your tenure, including formulating and operationalization of the SADC Industrial Strategy and Roadmap, SADC Regional Indicative Strategic Development Plan, RISDP, for 2020-2030, and the SADC Vision 2050, among others. Given the vast institutional knowledge you have accumulated in the past 8 years, I trust you will not hold it against us if we come knocking on your door for counsel. But on behalf of all of us, and I wish you the very best in your future undertakings, and I thank you sincerely for your service. On a positive note, congratulations are in order to Mr. Elias Mpedi of the Republic of Botswana on his appointment to the position of SADC Executive Secretary. We look forward to working closely with you during our tenure of SADC's chairship and beyond in pursuit of our collective goal of regional integration and the implementation of the 2020-2030 Regional Indicative Strategic Development Plan and SADC Vision 2050. We wish you nothing but success as you steer the Secretariat to fulfill the region's aspirations and ambitions in socioeconomic spheres. In conclusion, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me reiterate my government's commitment to the full implementation of the SADC decisions towards the creation of a SADC that is peaceful and free, a SADC that is inclusive and united, a SADC that is industrialized and prosperous, a SADC that is strong and just. Our citizens expect and deserve nothing less. Long live SADC. Asante sana. Muito obrigado. Merci beaucoup. Zikomo kwambiri. And thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi and Chairperson of SADC, for your closing remarks. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to have a communique which is going to be read by the SADC Executive Secretary. A communique is a summary of the discussions of the heads of state and government, having concluded their meeting of the 41st SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government. Your Excellencies, I now invite Her Excellency, Dr. Stergomena Lawrence Tax, to read out the communique. Thank you.
Your Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makath Chakwera, the President of the Republic of Malawi and the Chairperson of SADC, Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government and representatives, Your Honor Silas Chirima, the Vice President of the Republic of Malawi, Honorable Chairperson of Council, Honorable Ministers, Your Excellency Elias Impendi Mahosi, the incoming Chairperson of SADC, the incoming Executive Secretary of SADC. Oh my God. Your Excellency Elias Impendi Mahosi, the incoming Executive Secretary of SADC. Maybe I'm not ready to relinquish this position. I'm very ready, Your Excellencies. It's just a slip of a tongue. I beg for your forgiveness. Delegates and viewers, members of the media. I'm about to read the communique of the first Ordinary Summit of SADC Heads of State and Government of the 18th August 2021, and it goes as follows. Number one, the 41st Ordinary Summit of Heads of State and Government of the Southern Africa Development Community SADC was held on the 18th of August 2021 in Lilongwe, the capital city of the Republic of Malawi. Number two, the summit was attended by the following heads of state and government and their representatives: Botswana, His Excellency President Dr. Mokwesi Eric Ebeswe; Masisi, the DRC, His Excellency President Felix Anthony Tshisekedi Chilombo; Madagascar, His Excellency President Andry Nirina Rajarina; Malawi, His Excellency President Dr. Lazarus Makath Chakwera; Mozambique, His Excellency President Filippo Jacinto Nyusi; South Africa, His Excellency President Matemela Cyril Ramaphosa; the United Republic of Tanzania, Her Excellency President Samia Suluhu Hassan; Zimbabwe, His Excellency President Dr. Emerson Ndabuzo Mnangagwa; Namibia, His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Nangolo Mbumba; Eswatini, His Excellency the Right Honorable Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini; Lesotho, Honorable Matebili Mukotu, the Deputy Prime Minister; Angola, Honorable Ambassador Tete Antonio, Minister of External Relations; Comoros, Honorable Dohil Daukamal, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation; and Zambia, His Excellency Mwasa Kapeya, Ambassador of the Republic of Zambia to the Republic of Botswana. Number three, Her Excellency Dr. Segomena Lawrence Tax, SADC Executive Secretary, was also in attendance. His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, the Chairperson of the African Union, and Her Excellency Dr. Vera Songwe, Chief Executive Officer of UNECA, delivered pre-recorded remarks to the summit. Number four, summit elected His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makath Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi, as the Chairperson of SADC, and His Excellency Felix Antonio Tshisekedi Chilombo, President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, as the incoming Chairperson of SADC. Summit also elected His Excellency Matemela Cyril Ramaphosa, President of the Republic of South Africa, as the Chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, and His Excellency Dr. Hage Geingob, President of the Republic of Namibia, as the incoming Chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation. Number six, Summit commended the people and the government of the Republic of Zambia for conducting successful elections and congratulated His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema for winning the elections. 7, Summit thanked His Excellency Edgar Chagwa Lungu for his leadership and contribution to SADC development and integration during his tenure as the President of Zambia, and for nobly accepting the results of the 2021 presidential elections in the Republic of Zambia. 8, Summit received a report of the outgoing chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, His Excellency Dr. Mokwetsi Eric Kabetswe Masisi, President of the Republic of Botswana, and commended him for his outstanding leadership and the continued efforts to address peace and security threats during the year, notwithstanding the challenges posed by COVID-19. 8, Summit endorsed an action plan for the implementation of a security threats report and urged member states to implement interventions contained in the plan. 10, Summit received progress report from the SADC facilitator to the Kingdom of Lesotho, His Excellency Matemera Cyril Ramaphosa, on the implementation of SADC decisions in the Kingdom of Lesotho, and commended the Kingdom of Lesotho for progress made in implementing SADC decisions and the ongoing reforms. Summit also urged the Kingdom of Lesotho to expedite completion of the ongoing reforms and to continue with peace, transitional justice and reconciliation process to engender national unity and bring about national healing and cohesion. Summit also recommended an extension of the mandate of the National Reform Authority for a period of 6 months from 30th October 2021 to 30th April 2022. Summit commended the SADC facilitator to the Kingdom of Lesotho, His Excellency Matemera Cyril Ramaphosa, for his dedication and continued facilitation, and extended his mandate as the SADC facilitator until the 42nd Summit of Heads of State and Government. 14, Summit received an update on the security situation in Cabo Delgado province in northern part of the Republic of Mozambique, and commended SADC member states for pledging personnel and providing financial support toward the deployment of SADC standby force to Mozambique. 15, Summit commended the United Republic of Tanzania for offering to host the Region Counter-Terrorism Center, which will offer dedicated and strategic advisory services to the region on terrorism threats. 16, Summit received reports on socio-economic overview in the region, regional food and nutrition security, gender and development, HIV/AIDS, and on the implementation of the 40th Summit theme, SADC 40 years building peace and security and promoting development and resilience in the face of global challenges, and commended the outgoing chairperson of SADC, His Excellency Filippo Jacinto Nyusi, the President of the Republic of Mozambique, for his exemplary leadership during his tenure. 17, Summit reaffirmed SADC's position that the creation of SADC Central Bank and a monetary union as a long-term objective to be premised on fulfilling preconditions that include the harmonization of fiscal and monetary policies of SADC countries and a greater convergence of banking systems. In this regard, the African Monetary Institute and the Africa Central Bank should be long-term objectives. 18, Summit expressed concerns and objected to the unilateral decision taken by the African Union Commission to grant the State of Israel observer status to the African Union. 19, summit endorsed bolstering productive capacities in the face of COVID-19 pandemic for inclusive, sustainable economic and industrial transformation as the theme for the 41st summit. The theme takes forward the implementation of SADC Industrialization Strategy and Roadmap 2015-2063 with a specific focus on enhancing regional productive capacities. 20, Summit approved the transformation of the SADC Parliamentary Forum into a SADC Parliament as a consultative and a deliberative body. 21, Summit approved the Protocol on Statistics and an agreement amending the SADC Protocol on Energy. 22, Summit noted that an agreement amending SADC Protocol and the control of firearms, ammunition, and other related materials, and the agreement regarding the status of standby force and its component deployed within the region for purposes of training, peace and support operation, exercise, and humanitarian assistance were going to be signed by member states who are ready to do so, and some did so a few minutes ago. Summit expressed concern on the implications of the post-Cotonou Agreement and the Neighborhood Development and International Cooperation Instrument in terms of potential risks to fragment ACP countries, Africa, Caribbean, and Pacific, that is ACP, weaken regional economic communities, shift agenda setting powers from member states to other parties, and directed the SADC Secretariat to submit SADC's preliminary concerns to the European Union Commission. 24, Summit reiterated its call on the unconditional removal of sanctions imposed on the Republic of Zimbabwe and support Zimbabwe in the ongoing socio-economic strengthening efforts. 25, Summit approved the appointment of Mr. Elias Mpendi Mahosi as the new Executive Secretary of SADC, who has just been sworn in. 26, Summit commended the outgoing SADC Executive Secretary, Dr. Stergomena Lawrence Tax, for having served the organization professionally, diligently, and with high level of competence. 27, Summit extended its appreciation to the government and people of Malawi for a successful 41st summit. 28, the chairperson of SADC, His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makass Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi, expressed gratitude to all heads of state and government for attending the 41st Summit of SADC Heads of State and Government. Summit noted that the next summit will take place in the Democratic Republic of Congo in August 2022, done on the 18th of August 2021. Thank you, Your Excellencies. And this is my last communique reading in my capacity as the SADC Executive Secretary. The next one will be read by my successor, His Excellency Mahosi. Oh, he's already there as part of the Secretariat. And once again, I thank Your Excellencies profoundly for having given me this opportunity to serve SADC region for the past 8 years, serving 18 60 member states, during which I worked and served with 39 heads of states. I thank you. This is indeed a rare opportunity. Thank you very much.
thank you, Your Excellency, the Executive Secretary of SADC, Dr. Stegomena Lawrence Tax, for the reading of the communique. And colleagues from the media, this communique is going to be posted on our website and also shared on various platforms. So you should wait for I know there are some communiques flying around, but this communique is going to come from the SADC Secretariat. You can see it on our website. Thank you very much. Also, let me announce that the Secretariat has produced a video which highlights the milestones and achievements that have been made under Her Excellency Dr. Stegomena Lawrence Tax, and the video has been shared with the delegations present at this meeting, and will also be posted on the SADC YouTube page. Having come to that far, Your Excellencies, this marks the end of the closing ceremony of the 41st SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government. It is my hope and belief that as you return home, you will have the treasured memories of your time here in Lilongwe. May we all rise, Your Excellencies, for the singing of the African Union Anthem, SADC Anthem, and the Anthem of the Republic of Malawi. Thank you.
Rise You heard three anthems. First, the African Union anthem, then the SADC anthem, and finally the Malawi national anthem, marking the end of the 41st Ordinary Summit of SADC Heads of State and Government that was being held here at the Bingu International Convention Center, BICC, in Lilongwe. And the theme for this Ordinary Summit was
three national anthems, also coming to an end of the closing ceremony of the 41st Ordinary Summit of Heads of State and Government. And as you see in picture there, President Emmerson Mnangagwa, the President of Zimbabwe, followed by President Samia Suluhu, the President of Tanzania, making their way out of the room here at the Bingu International Convention Center, where the opening as well as the closing ceremony was taking place. And earlier on, I had inside the summit my colleague Patrick Dambula, who witnessed the closing ceremony, and I saw him scribbling some notes also about President Chakwera's address during the closing ceremony, and I would allow him now to just tell us briefly what transpired during the closing ceremony. Patrick.
Well, thank you so much, Joyful. The President, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, as chairperson